Hello guys, 11cc here doing another TF2 video, and today's video is something that I intended to do a while ago. It's the Reskin Wars videos, but it's kind of the first one that I noted down when I came up with the idea of hey, let's not do a Reskin War, and it's the Lugermorph versus the stock pistol. Now, I hear quite a few arguments here and there. Which should I use? I have both. You know, I want to use pistol. Is there one that's actually better? And if so, which one? So I know which one to be die hard using, you know, for all those pistol lovers. So I kind of started to try and form together the argument for what you would say on which one is better, and it was quite a difficult one actually. You know, I've done 2 of these episodes now, and they were both fairly straightforward. The last 2, ooh, failed that jump. But this one took quite a bit of thought process on it, especially considering their it's a very big argument that's been going for quite a while. So first thing I was taking into account was, well, the weapon itself. So the Lugermorph was released in April the 15th 2010, and it was first obtainable if in a vintage quality if you pre-ordered Sam & Max the Devil's Playhouse. Ooh, perfect. And if you did so, you got it in vintage quality if you pre-ordered before the 26th of April. So it came out quite a long time ago. You know, it was quite a cool, one of the first weapon vintages that I'm aware of that you got from pre-ordering. Although I found it a bit weird that it was a pre-order and it was vintage and not genuine, but I can't remember the argument as to why it was like that. But anyway, back onto topic. So it was also released later on in unique quality, which is how most people have it. I only have it in vintage because, oh, thank you. I only have it in vintage because I pre-ordered a lot of games back in the days. So I have it in vintage, but it was also obtainable in, God knows when that was. When Poker Night in the Inventory, which is one of my favourite games, and I was very let down when the second one came out and was crap. And you could basically get it by beating Max in a wipeout round of poker, obviously, and you could get it like that. If you did so, it wasn't just the you didn't just get the very cool pistol. You also got the License to Maim badge. That was all class, and that's another thing with the Lugermorph. It seems that's same as the pistol in terms of which classes. It's only NG and Scout, but it's still cool. So other things I had to take into account as well was qualities. What qualities do it come in? Well, the Lugermorph only has, at the moment, a vintage and a unique mode, which hopefully they'll release a strange eventually, so I can have the Holy Free, because there's no way they'd do a genuine at this point in time. But so there was that to take into account, and then there was the pistol. With the pistol, you know, it's stock. It came out with the game in the very beginning, and is always available, you know, no matter what. And that comes in strange, which is obtainable at 2 points. In terms of uncrating, you could get it from crate 23, which is quite an old one, or it was re-released in crate 43 for those of you that wanted a second chance at getting a pistol, even though doing so to the pistol and re-releasing it made the value of it decrease tenfold. Honest to God, the value of pistols that were strange just plummeted as soon as they released it as strange again. So the argument, well, obviously aesthetically, the Lugermorph isn't actually as well textured, and I always hear that as a kind of funny argument. I always kind of laugh to myself when I hear the Lugermorph isn't really well textured compared to the pistol. And yeah, that's kind of the point, you know. In Sam & Max, it's kind of done in the same kind of comic booky theme that they have going for that as well, which fits in really nicely if you've played Sam & Max, but if not, then it's really easy to understand why you'd think the pistol it is the all-out better textured thing, even though it's older than the Lugermorph. So you've in terms of aesthetics, I find that the Lugermorph is actually better, because just the module of it is a whole lot better than the pistol. The pistol's really boring, not gonna lie. It's really simplistic and dull, which I've never really been a fan of. Out of all the stock weapons, it's kind of been one that I've thought could have looked a whole lot cooler as a pistol. But no, goddamn Valve didn't listen to me again. So aesthetically, Lugermorph, hands down, just a cooler weapon, and aesthetically it's more appealing to me. Its textures on it aren't as nice, but that's just the textures. There's loads more to be applied to the aesthetics of something than just textures. Yeah, so there's also other aspects, the sound that the gun makes. Now, there used to not be a different sound for it. It used to be really similar, which was a bug. It always did have a sound to it, but there was a bug when it first came out that it just sounded like the pistol, but that was patched really quickly. So unless you're an ancient TF2er like me, then you don't remember that. And personally, I don't either. I didn't really use it when I first got it. I kind of just had it. So what else is it? So in terms of audio, I actually find that the audio file that it comes with, the Lugermorph, sounds better. Getting them all wrong here. The pistol sounds better to me. The Lugermorph is kind of like a crappy hum that they put onto the pistol sound effect. Like, there's that, and then you've got, let's just hope this doesn't bug out now. It's the exact same again. But in terms of audio, considering the fact that it's sometimes most of the time, because the Lugermorph does have its own audio file, it fucks up a lot. It's just a little bit muffled compared to the original one, and that's it. So I'm gonna throw it to the pistol, considering you can fire for 20 minutes straight with a pistol with infinite ammo and it'll sound the same, or you can have a buggy sound file with the Lugermorph and get something else. In fact, I'm kind of thinking now that the Lugermorph has kind of been defaulted to pistol now, but I'm not sure on that one. Don't quote me on it. So, I got fucked there. The next thing I took into mind was how it plays in game. So obviously the animation for reloading is the exact same. They haven't changed it. The way the character holds the gun is the exact same. But this is an argument I will bring up time and time again. How much of your screen does it take up? The Lugermorph takes up a whole lot more for the price of looking cooler, which is a price that is worth paying when the pistol kind of looks short and crappy and doesn't really work that well. It's not a really good weapon now, is it? So I kind of have to throw it to the pistol for being better on the screen. It's just if you got something big and stupid on your screen, you're gonna make big and stupid mistakes on the screen because you don't have your full HUD open to you. You've got this little big thing in the way, and it's just really annoying. So I'm gonna have to default it to the pistol winning that. But yeah, so overall, which one would you say is better, 11cc? Which of these two really similar guns, which have the same audio file and the same animations and just a tiny bit of a little crappier textured, cooler looking skin, would you say is better? Well, for the idea that you don't have a strange version of the Lugermorph, but you have a strange version of the pistol, but you don't have a vintage version of the pistol, I'm gonna say the Lugermorph pistol is better. I don't really know why. I just prefer the shapes of it. I don't know why. It's the same one from the bloody game, which should really not make me question the shaping of it being unique, because I have played Sam and Max countless times now. But it's just something about the way that the gun is. It just feels a whole lot cooler, and especially if you've ever used the big kill, which is obviously Sam's gun. You'd realise why. Sadly, I don't have a big kill. I used to on my old account, but I sadly lost it. It was a vintage one as well. The original one, unique ones are really easy to kind of get hold of, but the vintage ones aren't, and I want a vintage one. So yeah, anyway guys, this has been 11cc. Hope you enjoyed the video. The winner of this round is the Lugermorph, which is kind of strange considering it has less points compared to what the pistol has, but I just find generally as a weapon it is cooler. Oh, I was trying to jump back on. It is cooler to use, and it's just generally funner. So it's been 11cc guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please share with me your opinion, or if you have a different argument about the Lugermorph and the pistol. And I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.